Hello, welcome back to the Taylah Louise Budgets channel, and welcome to a grocery haul segment today that I'm calling 5 ways to reduce your grocery spending. Let's get it. My next tip is that I budget a specific amount to spend. So I just stuffed my fortnightly expenses, and if I actually look into my wallet and I look at Shopee, which is my grocery fund, I actually only have 51, 20, 40, 50. I have $150 to spend on groceries for 2 weeks. Now, I don't want to spend all of that in one go the day before my budget actually sets up. So today I spent $80, and I'm going to show you what I spent that on and how that is possible with my other tips. So $150. So this main tip is set an amount to spend, because if you don't set an amount to spend, you'll just keep adding to your cart. And if you set an amount to spend, yes, sometimes you might go over. That's why I have a buffer, but it really does help me to decrease my overall spending. Another tip that I have is actually just to meal plan. Yes, this means that you have less variety of foods, but it also means that you have to purchase less ingredients. And I'm going to talk about what I have here and why meal planning and some of my other tips work in our favor. I actually might need to talk about a few of them all together. So I bulk up on specials is another one, and that is pantry prep. So as you will see, and I don't think I've got evidence of it here. So in terms of meal planning, let me just talk to you about what my meal plan is for the week, what I'm planning to eat this week/fortnight, and what I have purchased. So if I start on this side, I've kind of categorized everything. So I've got a roast chicken, and that is my protein of choice for the week, just because mainly I have been craving it. But I've purchased a roast chicken, and I've got some tortilla wraps here. And so some chicken wraps is one of my meals for the week. And you'll see that chicken and wraps are not the only ingredients, but it ties in with one of my other tips, which is to meal plan around zero waste. So actually look at your fridge and look at how can you empty your fridge? What meals could you make to use up the last of what's in your fridge from a previous purchase? So I already have, and I'll show you, I already have in my fridge lots of lettuce. I've got some cucumber and I've got some tomatoes. I've even got more tomatoes on this side and a little bit of capsicum here. So I have plenty of the ingredients, including, if I can find it, some cheese that would make perfect wraps. I've even got some leftover salad that definitely needs to be used up ASAP. So those are some ingredients that would help me to make wraps. But I only needed to purchase 2 ingredients. Another thing that I plan on eating this week is some tuna and crackers as like a little snack at work. And these ones were on special. And this is the other thing, is this is another tip, which is bulk up on specials for your pantry prep. So because these were on special, I bought almost one of every flavor, and I picked up 8 of them. No, I probably won't use all of these this week. I've already got in my pantry, from my pantry prep, I've actually already got a bunch of containers in there of tuna. But now I'm going to be fully stocked up, and I won't need to buy tuna for a long time. And I managed to pick them up while they were on special. And they're only like $1 a can. So that is a super cheap protein to have in the fridge, especially if you like eating tuna like I do. So that is another plan. The shapes were half price at $1.75. I actually didn't need these. I do have other crackers, but I go through particularly chicken crimpies quite quickly, especially because if my partner sees that they're there and is peckish, he'll eat a whole bag in one sitting. So I always like to pick up an extra box when they're on special to make sure that I never run out. Moving along to the next thing in my meal plan, I have purchased bagels, which if I'm having these for breakfast on a school day, I will only have half of a bagel. If I'm having it on a weekend, I will have a whole one because it's usually more of a brunch meal. But I picked up bagels. I picked up light cream cheese. I've been buying this every time I run out because I'm really enjoying it. It's protein. I don't use margarines or butter or anything like that. And then it means I'm not adding cheese. So it's kind of taking the place of a range of ingredients. Healthy for you. And yeah, I'm really liking this as a base on my bagel. I did decide to treat myself. This guacamole, it's my favorite guacamole, was on special, and I've been craving some avocado. So rather than buying expensive avocados, I thought I would just buy this, and I'd be able to spread a little bit on to my bagel with some cream cheese, and that would be really yummy. And then I wanted turkey breast, and the Don are my favorite. except the ham was a much better price and you got more in it. So I was like, why pay $7 for like 180 grams of sliced turkey breast when I could get leg ham for 250 grams for $5? So I shopped the better value offer in that regard. But this, along with some tomatoes that again, I already have in the fridge with some salt and pepper and everything bagel seasoning that I again already have in my pantry, would be a perfect brunch / breakfast that is well rounded. I am going to the gym at the moment, hence why I looked so disheveled before. And therefore I need to make sure that I'm eating valuable foods, valuable snacks, valuable foods. And this is why I build my meal plans out, to make sure that I have these good options. Now, if I move right along, I did pick up some eggs because I like to always have eggs in my household. I'm not a monster. I do buy cage free despite the price. And actually, I've just realized I normally buy free range rather than just cage free, but whoops. And I always like to have these in my fridge. I've just run out of my last bits and bobs, and boiled eggs are a really good snack at work. I don't know if I will have that this week, but that might save me money next time I shop when I won't need to purchase it. Now, the one kind of snack that I let myself have, the dessert that I let myself have, are crispy M&Ms. I bought 2 bags because my partner has bought me crispy M&Ms the previous week, so I thought maybe he would want a bag as well. That is not cheap. Those are $6 a bag, but that is my one kind of treat that you'll see in this haul. Next up, we have some fruit. So this is obviously a healthy snack, as well as we'll go into some smoothies. Not all of them, but maybe if I don't eat them, I will use them in smoothies, and that ties into the zero waste option as well. So I just picked up 2 pears, 2 green apples, and some grapes because they were the most economical fruit purchases to make. Next up, I just bought the Coles brand ibuprofen, paracetamol, and aspirin, honestly, because I started my time of month today and I had to search for just one of those options. I really went hunting, and the Coles brand are really cheap, so super valuable, and obviously always need to have those around. Next, we have just 1 measly capsicum. Now, this is a meal, and you'll see why. So I just bought 1 red capsicum because in my fridge from my previous grocery haul when I was shopping the sales, I have pizza bases, salami, leftover tomato, and half a capsicum still there. So those are the ingredients for me to make some homemade pizzas. And obviously I still have some cheese as well. If I open this up, you'll see I also have pizza sauce. So I have all of the ingredients for homemade pizzas. All I needed to pick up was 1 more capsicum, just to make sure that I had enough to go on top. So easy peasy meal to have on a weekend when I'm wanting takeaway, but really not wanting to spend the calories and undo all my hard work at the gym. 1 capsicum, an entire meal. And this is where bulking up on specials, meal planning, and zero waste all work together as 3 separate kind of tips that help me save money. Okay, next up we have this here. So I've picked up a bunch of bananas that aren't anywhere near ripe yet. And I have also picked up just the Coles brand of diced fruits. Now, the reason I have these is for my protein smoothies. I've been having smoothies in this cup from this Naked Harvest collection. So I have this pretty much every time I get home from the gym, and I'm actually going to make one after I film this video. So this white chocolate caramel swirl, I swear it tastes like caramel milk. It is thebomb.com. So I have a bit of protein powder with a fruit cup, and you can see I'm desperate for a top up. Some skim milk, and again, you can see I've got plenty in my pantry stock, and frozen banana. So I buy fresh bananas and then I freeze them when they're super ripe because it is more economical to do that than to buy frozen bananas. So hence why I've purchased a heap of them, because I won't eat them all. I will have the cute doggy alert. I will have the option to eat them, but I've got plenty of other fruit. But then once they ripen and they're too ripe, I will freeze them, and I'll be using 1 banana per smoothie. But I only needed to buy 2 ingredients because I've already got stock of the other ones. And the protein powder that I love is actually limited edition. So I already have back stock of it. Can you see why now my grocery hauls are so cheap? Because I purchase things when they're on sale, I stock up, and then over time, you build a bit of a prepper pantry. Now, I'm no Marlene from Snow Gardener 307 level of prepper, but this works. It works, I'm telling you. Now, moving right along to the next thing. We have 3 more ingredients here. And yes, we have an entire another meal. Except no, I'm not vegan and not vegetarian. I've got frozen broccoli, and this is kind of one of a bonus tip almost, where I buy frozen veggies where possible. Obviously, you can't get mushrooms or zucchini frozen, so I buy them fresh. But whenever I can buy frozen vegetables, I do. And again, I'm going to walk to my freezer. I'm going to show you. I've already got peas, corn, some other packets. And beans are there as well. And I've even got like a Coles mixed bag up the back there as well. I buy frozen vegetables where and when I can. But this meal, zucchini, mushrooms, broccoli. I plan to use some pasta, either spaghetti or twists, which I have backstock of. And the main protein will be some sausages. So I've got beef or I've got pork in there. That is something I purchased when it was on sale. Sometimes I purchase meat like that I'm going to freeze when I have a Flybuys offer. I believe I purchased those particular sausages at a time when I needed to spend a certain amount to get a certain amount of Flybuys points. So I just bought them then, they were on sale. It added to my Flybuys total to give me Flybuys dollars back. And then they've just been sitting there, and now is the perfect time when I can have a super cheap grocery haul because I don't need to buy the protein for my meals. And now I know sausages is not the leanest form of protein. I did buy them before I was like way into I'm not even calorie counting, but way into the gym. Again, I'm wanting to drop a few kilos. So I will use them up and I'll make a sausage pasta with veg, maybe a sauce, but even then I've got sauces if I want them. I mean, a little bit of barbecue sauce or tomato sauce on the top would be just fine for me, because this takes us into my final tip, and that is KISS meals. Keep it simple, silly, or keep it simple, stupid, or keep it simple, shithead. I don't care, however you want to say it, but KISS meals. Now, my version of KISS meals is 5 ingredients or less. So tip 5 is 5 ingredients or less. If we look at this again, 1, 2, 3, 3 pasta sausages. That's 5 ingredients, 5 ingredient meals. Again, if we look at wraps, we've got wraps, chicken, cheese, salad, 5 ingredients or less. We've got tuna crackers, brunch, we've got bagels, cream cheese, avo, ham, tomato. 5 ingredients or less. Pizzas, capsicum, tomato, cheese, bases, salami. 5 ingredients or less. Most of the meals that I make, and you can see all of the meals that I planned out for this week, are 5 ingredients or less. And that means that I have to buy less. This is why, because I'm able to keep my budget down when I keep it simple. Now, I feel like I've covered everything, but just to recap, I don't know how I've put this all together. So I really want to recap what my main goals were. 1 was to budget. Set yourself a number, an amount that you're allowed to spend. Because if you set yourself an amount you're allowed to spend, you will minimize and reduce, especially over time, the amount of money you're spending on groceries. When I started this system of budgeting over 2 years ago, I was spending $400 to $500 on groceries a fortnight. Now, I literally budget $150, sometimes $100 if I've got lots of Flybuys dollars up my sleeve. It works, man, it works. 2 is bulk up on special. So prep your pantry. If you've got a special, if there's a really good special, stock up on that item. I'm not saying you need lots of storage or lots of space. You don't need to go crazy buying tons and tons of it. But if it's a product that you know that you use week in and week out, buy a couple of extra. Buy a couple of extra when it's on special. The reason I have so much milk at the moment is because I knew that the price was going to go up at the end of May. So I was like, oh, I'll buy every week. I was buying a couple of extra and a couple of extra. And now I have like a backstock of, I can say 4, and I've got 2 cartons of it in my fridge. Backstock works. 3 is to meal plan. Less variety in your meals. Yes, you're only eating a few different things in the week, but it works. It means that you have to buy less because you're able to eat the same thing over and over again. It really works, I swear, to meal plan. And 1, know what you're buying so you're not just buying a bunch of random ingredients. But 2, also just means that you need less because you're eating the same thing. You're not buying 5 different proteins for 5 different dinners for the week. Number 4 is 0 waste. So check your fridge, check your freezer, and use up your perishable items. Find easy meals that are going to use up what you already have so that you're not throwing stuff out and buying new stuff, but that you're using up what you already have. I actually have leftover. I'm going to show you because I'm showing you everything today. This is a lamb rice meal that I made for last week, and I will finish this up. 0 waste. This is a couple of extra meals that are going to carry me through to the start of this week. Now, I'm sorry if you can hear my dog munching on a carrot, but she won't leave me alone. She keeps doing her tippy tappies. So it is what it is. Last but not least is Kiss Meals. Keep it simple, shithead. And make sure that you've got 5 ingredients or less in your meal so that you, again, have to buy less ingredients and therefore save yourself some more. Okay, so this was my $80 grocery haul, except I haven't shown you some of the items. And this is why. It's a bit fitting that you can hear my dog eating in the background of this portion, but the reason why I haven't showed you these items yet, these things that I bought yet, is because what I've shown you so far is the $80. That is for myself and kind of my partner for the week, but this is dog purchases. So I actually budget dog purchases separately. And so even though my total today was $120, only $80 of that was actually food for us. And then this is dog food. And to be honest, I'm not paying for this. I think my partner's gonna refund me for this, but she just went to the vet and she's definitely very healthy and so forth. However, she has lost a couple more kilos because we recently, not recently, but about a year ago, we actually cut out one of her meals in the day because she was overweight. And that was because she was getting too many treats along with 2 meals a day. So we cut out one of those meals so that she could continue having snacks and living her best life, because look at her. She's cute. She deserves to live her best life. And yes, that is my rabbit of a dog that's eating carrot because it's good for her teeth and it's healthy and it's a cheap snack. So I have some stock up of some carrots for her. I bought some oven baked biscuits and peanut flavor. I think it was like $10, and then the beef straps were $6. Now those are just kind of like a one-off. She'll have like one of those per day, and so I just stocked up because she's almost out of straps and she hasn't had biscuits for a while. But this is the key thing that we're actually going to add back into her diet, and I'm going to cook up some pasta and or rice, but I already have stock of rice, and some mince, and she's just going to have a little bit of pasta and mince, like a little mini dog serving of that as like a treat at nighttime. She is turning 11 this year, and so she deserves to live her best life. This is human grade mince. It's not animal mince. I could have gotten animal mince, but we are very fussy about what we feed her, and usually she only receives dry food, and her coat and her health has been excellent. But yeah, this was 1.8 kilos for $20, and so yeah, I'm actually going to cook it. I don't think I'm going to feed it to her raw. I'm going to cook the pasta, and yeah, pasta and a little bit of mince, and I'm just going to give her like a tiny portion each day. So that is for the dog, which is why I hadn't talked about it yet. Last but not least, before I actually switch off this video, like I said, it was $120 total. But I also got these from my Master Foods credit. So my Flybuys points have allowed me to get these MasterChef items that they have in stock. I wanted a new mini pan because I use a mini pan when I cook, like when I fry one egg. But if I pull this one out, it's pretty crappy. I mean, it's probably fine. It's baccarat, so it's probably still good. But I just thought I would pick that up considering it was actually absolutely free. And I got a second one because what I wanted to get was they had the heat pads, but apparently they aren't part of it and that you just pay for those. But I got one for my mum because she lives alone and she scans my Flybuys for me. So I thought Mother's Day is next weekend, and I thought that I could give her one of those along with her present as like a thank you for scanning my Flybuys to give me rewards. But that's that. That's all of the groceries. I hope you liked this different kind of style of grocery haul video. I really wanted to share my tips with you today, and I hope you get something out of it. Please go down below, click like, subscribe, and hit the bell to be notified every single time I upload, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.